the Bureau of Economic Analysis. Now, I got this from the group prosperousamerica.org, which I think is a progressive group, but I may be wrong. They say they're nonpartisan nonprofit, representing the interests of over 3 million households through agricultural, manufacturing, and labor organization members. Anyhow, they said today the Bureau of Economic Analysis, this is using data from the Census Bureau and the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis through the Department of Commerce, announced today that the goods and services deficit was $43.9 billion in October. In other words, we became $43 billion poorer as a nation in 1 month, exclusively because of our trade policies. Now, you know my position on this. I mean, I wrote a book about this called Rebooting the American Dream, or in part about this. And on the left, there's a lot of opposition to TPP and fast track and all this kind of stuff. But there also is on the right. And there's this group, Curtis Ellis, who's been on this program a number of times, rabid conservative. He's like, Fox News is too liberal for him. Runs this organization, Obamatrade.com, American Jobs Alliance. And they just came out with this new ad. Now, the first half of the ad is generic. And this ad is running on radio stations around the country. The second half of the ad targets specific Republican legislators. In this case, it's Martha Robley, and who I think is like New Jersey or Louisiana, or I'm not sure where maybe it's Alabama, in fact. But in any case, listen to this ad. This is fascinating. This is how the right is dealing with TPP. I don't hear it either. What happened? Come on. This was working fine just a minute ago. Come on. There we go.
Barack Obama told us we could keep our insurance with Obamacare. That was a lie. Now he's pushing Obama trade. It will kill our jobs and surrender America's sovereignty. Here's what Donald Trump says.
The Obama Trans-Pacific Partnership and Fast Track are a bad deal for American businesses, for workers, for taxpayers. It's a huge set of handouts for a few insiders that don't even care about our great America. Congress has to stand up and defeat this raw power grab.
But Congresswoman Martha Roby actually voted to fast-track Obama's bad deal for America. Tell Martha Roby we didn't send her to Washington to advance Obama's radical agenda. Tell Martha Roby vote no on Obama trade. Call Martha Roby at 202-225-2901. 202-225-2901. Go to Obamatrade.com and take action. Obamatrade.com. Paid for by the American Jobs Alliance.
Yeah, well, it wasn't paid for. I mean, I'm sharing it with you, but John McCain. Okay, so there's that, and I think it's very interesting. We'll see how these things grow. For example, right now, if one of the ways that you can know that you're talking to somebody who listens to Fox News or Right Wing Hate Radio is if you say Export-Import Bank, they'll get a sour look on their face. A year ago, had you said Export-Import Bank to anybody who watches Fox News on a regular basis, they would have looked at you like they didn't know what you were talking about, because they didn't know what you're talking about, because 99% of Americans have no idea what the Export-Import Bank is. What the Export-Import Bank is a federal bank. It's a bank owned by the United States government that loans money to foreign companies and governments to finance their purchase, mostly foreign companies, to finance their purchase of American manufactured goods. So, and it works out, good for us in two different ways. So, for example, if Israel wants to buy, or Egypt wants to buy a bunch of F-35s from us, or let's make it less military. If Taiwan Airlines wants to buy some Boeing 787s or whatever their new plane is, I think that's the newest one, rather than having to pay cash up front, they get a loan from the Export-Import Bank in the United States in dollars, because you have to pay in dollars, and they buy the airplanes, and then they pay us, our federal government, back with interest. So the federal government makes a profit on the deal because they get interest. And Boeing gets to manufacture an airplane in the United States and employ thousands of people and sell it to the Taiwanese, to Air Taiwan. That's how it works. So why would anybody be opposed to this? Well, historically, nobody's been opposed to it. But it turns out that some of the foreign oil companies have been using the Export-Import Bank to finance oil drilling equipment that's manufactured in the United States. And the problem is that an American oil company can't get the Export-Import Bank financing to do the same thing. An American oil company is not a foreign company, so there's no export involved. The Export-Import Bank is all about exports, right? Export our goods, import their money. So why is it that anybody who listens to right-wing hate radio or watches Fox so-called news now knows about the Export-Import Bank? Well, because at least according to this remarkable piece that, where did it go? I think it was in Salon. Politico. Oh, that's right. It was in Politico. Here it is. It's at the very bottom. How the Koch network created the export-import fight. Koch is a petro giant. It's an oil company, among other things. And, Daddy Koch, he was entirely oil. Him and Joe Stalin, they made a fortune. And he brought that fortune back to the United States, and it's grown with his sons. And it appears that the Export-Import Bank is helping BP and Shell, but not helping Koch Industries. And so the Koch network, according to Ken Vogel and Burgess Everett over at Politico, and I refer you to the article, I'm not going to go into much more detail beyond that, said, let's stir up the base, the right-wing base in America, and make them think that the Export-Import Bank is some terrible thing, because it's not advantaging Koch Industries. In fact, you could argue it's disadvantaging Koch Industries. Although I think you'd have a hard time making that argument, but it's not helping them out the way it helps out, say, Shell or BP. If Shell wants to drill in, off the coast of Norway or off the coast of Holland, it's Royal Dutch Shell, and they want to use American manufactured drilling equipment, which is among the best in the world, the Export-Import Bank will fund that. But if Koch Industries wants to drill off the coast of the Netherlands, they're going to have to buy the stuff themselves, or they're going to have to get it financed through Citibank. It's bizarre. It's like, so an issue that seems like it would have nothing to do with anything has been suddenly turned into this incredible base issue where you've got, I've had conservatives, come up to me and go, oh, the Export-Import Bank is terrible. It's a disaster. And I'm like, did you even know what it was a year ago? No, I had no idea. I don't, how did I not know this? Well, it's because the Koch brothers decided to tell you all about it. So if they can activate the conservative base that effectively, if the conservative base is that gullible and memes travel that fast through the conservative world when they're well-funded, will Curtis Ellis's meme, his Obama trade meme, also travel like that through the right-wing world? So far it hasn't. And probably without the Koch network, it won't. But we'll see. We'll see. But the fascinating thing is how the Koch network has become the thing that it's become the tail that wags the dog of the conservative base, which is the conservative base of the Republican Party. So you've got presidential candidates now, Republican presidential candidates calling for the repeal of the Export-Import Bank, even though it makes a profit for the federal government and it makes a profit for American corporations and it employs, as a direct result of Export-Import Bank loans right now, over 180,000 Americans have a job. Republicans want to blow that up because it's not helping out Koch Industries.
This is the Thom Hartmann Program.
Or so it appears. I refer you to Ken Vogel's reporting over at Politico. We'll be right back. To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.